What is going on, guys? It's your boy Mainomai here, and welcome back to the channel for yet another episode 7 now, of our Red Bull Revolution series and our journey with RB Amsterdamsche. In today's video, we're going to take a quick look at our recent form since that dramatic 3-3 draw on the opening day of the season that you guys witnessed. But since you were last with me, a lot has gone on. We've made a few signings. We've had a mixed start to the season, to be fair. I think we've finally got going now, but I'm really excited to share the story so far with you guys. Before we do jump in though, if you are following the series, please do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss any future episodes, and basically so you can follow the journey really. So there's a lot that you guys have yet to see in terms of off-camera progress, and I'm keen to share that with you. So let's waste no more time and jump straight into today's episode, guys. Let's go. So we're going to kick things off by sort of reviewing our progress to date in the Dutch second tier, the Keukenkampioen-divisie. As you can see here straight away, I've played a fair few more games than I would have done before bringing you an episode usually, and that is simply because I've just been enjoying the save so much. I've been enjoying the challenge of trying to win this team some points in the second tier, because they did not come easy, guys. It's been a long process to get the team to where it is now, so I'm quite excited to share that with you. Just a quick review of how things are going. So Sofiane Boris Bell is obviously our top goal scorer, which I'm rather happy with, because we obviously paid around 30k for him, the biggest transfer fee we've ever paid for a player, and I was actually quite reluctant to pay any money for anyone in this past window, so I'm glad that that sort of gamble has paid off. Most assists has actually been Ben Clefish, who has played in the Mazzala role and also out wide as a right wing back for us. So I think actually most of his assists come from when he's playing in that right back area. So that's obviously showing us that the system's working. Although we have had a real defensive issue this season. As you can see here, we've conceded 28, guys, but that's actually not too bad considering the start we had to the season. Which I'll obviously take you through now. So this is where you were last with me, guys, the 3-3 draw against Roda JC. Now, we followed that up with another 3-3 draw. It was pretty crazy, to be honest. Obviously, I'm happy that we were picking up points, but at the same time, we were conceding a lot of goals and having to score a fair few times to take anything from a game. We couldn't quite complete a comeback against FC Eindhoven in the next game. We lost that one 3-2, again conceding 3 goals. I was pulling my hair out at this point, guys. I was really struggling to get the team sort of whipped up into shape defensively. As you can see, it carried on into the Waalwijk game. I've absolutely butchered that pronunciation, but that's fine. We'll move forward. So a 4-4 draw there. Obviously happy to see our forward players bagging up goals, but we were just hemorrhaging goals at the back, and yeah, it's incredibly frustrating. We went and lost 1-0 at home to Willem as well, which was tough to take actually, because for once we didn't hemorrhage too many goals and still lost the game. So that one wasn't the easiest one to take. Followed that one up with a 1-1 draw against Telstar. I think at that point I was just happy to get a point from a game again. And it took us all the way until this fixture here against Maastricht, where we finally picked up our first win and the first 3 points of the season. And Andrew Cantor's goal making the difference for us in a 1-0 win. First clean sheet of the season for us as well. It's taken us, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games to get our first clean sheet of the season. But we couldn't follow it up on that, and we ended up getting beat 3-0 by PC Zwolle there, who are a very good team. I think they were relegated from the top flight last season, so it was always going to be a struggle for us. Managed to bounce back and take a point from the game against Young RZ. Another clean sheet picked up against Go Ahead Eagles before beating top OSS 3-0, which was probably our best performance of the season up until that point. Couple of draws against Utrecht and Volendam, score draws again, before going on a bit of a tear by our own standards, guys. Something clicked, and I think it was to do with a few tactical tweaks and a couple of sign-ins, which I will obviously share with you in the next sequence of the video. But as you can see here, a win and a clean sheet in the cup bit of a catalyst really, because we went to go on and beat Excelsior in the league as well, 2-1. We absolutely demolished young PSV, which I was really surprised with. They were flying high in the table at the time, and obviously we just proved to be a tough matchup for them. Followed that up with a 1-0 win against Dordrecht and a 5-3 dramatic affair against De Graafschap in a game that we were 2-0 down in the first half. I gave a really, really strict team talk, gave the boys absolute pelters at half time, and they came out the blocks. We got back to 2-2, went 3-2 up. I believe they equalised again, did they? And then we went and closed out the win, which I was really, really happy with. And that, guys, brings us out to where we are now, where we are going to take on Almere City at home in today's live comm game. But let's take a second now to take a look at the transfers that we've managed to make. There's a couple of key ones in there that I want to share with you guys, as they, I think, to be honest, they marked the beginning of the turnaround in form. So let's get into that. So then, guys, let's take a look at some of the moves in the transfer market that we've made to attempt to strengthen the team and get them fit and firing and ready for this challenge in the second tier then. Obviously, the benefit of signing players on a free is that you can do business outside of the usual windows. And by God, you know, am I grateful for that, because this young man here, Cohen Booker, 25 years of age, goalkeeper. Just look at these attributes, guys. He's such a step up for us. He's come in and made an immediate impact on his debut, kept a clean sheet, got us the win. Had to make a few 1v1 saves as well. He was fantastic. Area reach of 14. He's 6'6", absolute giant of a man. But look at this, guys. 14 passing for a goalkeeper is fantastic and absolutely vital for a sweeper keeper on support, which is obviously where we're going to play our keeper. He looks like he could be a serial killer. He looks like he's very much trying to stare into my soul right now, creeping me out slightly. However, we won't judge him because he has been fantastic since he's come in. As you can see, we have made a few sort of moves since that Theo Leone free transfer. Nothing really to write home about, guys. These were just signings to strengthen the squad, although Mert Turkel does look quite promising. But I won't run through everyone in this section of the video just because I don't want to waffle on for too long before we get into the live comm game. However, I did just want to share with you a couple of signings from this page. So in January, we have this young man coming in, Fabian, on a free transfer. The opportunity looked like it was too good to turn down, really. On a free, he's pretty solid. 4-star current ability, can improve slightly. Yeah, we need reinforcements at the back because of the tactical tweaks that I've made. So I'll obviously share those with you, but that kind of explains that signing. This one I'm really excited about, guys. On loan from RB Leipzig, 18-year-old Hugo Novoa. Now, he's primarily a kind of winger inside forward, but I'm going to look to play him up top at times because I've struggled to get a partnership that can sort of link up together really up there and deliver the goods consistently. I've always got one striker in form and others that aren't quite firing, which is rather frustrating. I think we could be doing more at that end of the pitch if we can get two strikers in a good vein of form at the same time. And I think this young man here brings something that we don't already have. He's quite pacey, quite dynamic, bit of flair about him. He's good off the ball as well. And the boy can finish, although his composure and decisions need some work. But we're not paying any of his wages. He's on an affiliate loan deal from Leipzig. And I'm really excited to bring him in. He initially wasn't interested in joining us because of our reputation, etc. But I think as the season's gone on, he's kind of realised that we're not quite as dire as we were at the start of the season. So hopefully that has influenced his decision. Anyway, that is enough of me waffling on, guys. I'm sure you are itching for us to get into that live comm game. It's going to be a big game for us. So let's waste no more time, really. And maybe take a quick look at our league position before we do head into that live comm game, guys. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay then, guys, so today's live comm game sees us take on Almere City at home. We currently find ourselves somehow in 8th position after the rich vein of form that we've been in. We were previously languishing down here in about 16th and 17th before that run of 4 or 5 wins. So really grateful to be where we are now, to be honest, with a game in hand, of course. If we do manage to get past Almere City with a win, we will go ahead of young PSV by a point, which would be fantastic. I have no idea how we've managed to pull this off, but obviously just glad to be in a position that we're in. So let's get straight into today's game then and take a look at the team and the tactical setup. So we are missing a few key players. Diarra is going to be a big miss in the defensive areas. Schalkwijk is out for a few weeks, so Landoit comes in as a kind of a fill-in left wing back really. Cleefish is struggling for fitness at right wing back, but we are going to run with him because of what he gives us down that right hand side in terms of creativity. Looking for goals from Trina Griffith and Boris Bell leading the line there, and Leone playing in the pocket as an advanced playmaker on support rather than a shadow striker as we had him on previously. Giuliano Witt will hopefully provide a bit of cover in the half space here whilst Cleefish bombs forward. So he's going to play in that Mazzala role for us and hopefully do a job to provide a bit of cover for Cleefish when he does decide to make forward moves and try and get balls into the box. Beelan comes in at half back, which is where Diarra was playing previously. Not entirely happy about it, but haven't got much of a choice at the moment, to be fair. So there's the team news, guys, and let's get into today's game. A couple of players struggling for fitness, but our hands are tied, so to speak. So hoping for a positive performance and hopefully a point or three to take away from today's game. Faith in the boys. We're expecting a victory here at home. It's very much a winnable game for us. We're going to play a lot more difficult games this season than this one here. I've actually switched up the camera angle, guys, so let me know in the comments if this angle is good for you. Personally, I prefer it because it gives me a better view of proceedings out there, but if it does sort of compromise your viewing pleasure at all, do let me know and I will change it up. Early ball into the box there from Almere City. Unfortunately, it doesn't come to anything, but an early warning sign maybe there. I'm really not comfortable with Beelan playing half-back for us. He's defensively not good enough. He's not really a physical presence. But there we have it. We'll see how he performs in the first half and go from there, really. But quiet first 10 minutes or so for us. Beelan looking to distribute into midfield. It's turned over. Leone manages to win the ball back for us, though. Boris Bell finds Landoit down that side and now runs the channel. Bell in the channel here. Can he find someone? Picks out Vermeeren in the box. And Vermeeren has his shot deflected. Riederwald looking to get us playing again through Beelan. Now Cleefish, and there's a bit of a wayward pass there into the half space, unfortunately for us. This is better though. Leone with the first set piece of today's game. And what a strike that is from Sofiane Boris Bell. The record signing. Bags his 10th goal of the season in great fashion. We don't score many from set pieces, so that is very satisfying. Just flies in with a scissor kick volley and rifles it into the back of the net. And we are 1-0 up, guys. That's kind of come out of nowhere. That's brilliant. Another set piece now. Leone to put this one in. Can we make lightning strike twice? No, we can't. It's headed to the edge of the box. Beelan picks it up. Ashabar now. Beelan back to Landoit. Hit towards Boris Bell, but he can't make it stick this time around. Riederwald loses the ball and Gosselin comes away with it. It's a great save in the 1v1 situation from Booker there. Exactly what we need him to do. Good header away to deny Almere City from the set piece there. And Helstrup looking to play a ball in behind our defence, but we deal with it well. So one of the tactical tweaks I was mentioning is that we actually don't mark quite as tightly now, although it seems to have cost us a little bit there with Gosselin. But so what I was noticing before, guys, is that in the 50-50s, we were getting too tight and losing a lot of them. And then the opposition were getting in behind us because of our high line. So I've actually sort of encouraged the boys just to drop off a little bit now in those 50 situations and maybe don't challenge for every single ball. Sometimes we need to just sort of hold our position. And, you know, we can allow them to win the flick, sort of the first touch in certain situations, as long as we're set to deal with, you know, the outcome from that, really. That was the kind of thought process behind it. Benzabur now in the wing-back position for Almere City. We're putting some decent pressure on this ball. It's good. Seem to have played through the initial press here, though. Here's Gorner down that far side for Almere City. Looking to get his cross in, but Vermeeren sticks to his task, and it's a great ball to pick out Boris Bell, who beats his man, leaves him for dead in the flank. Boris Bell breaks into the box, but Almere City get back and prevent us from getting a decent shot on goal. Here's Leone in the pocket now, finds Giuliano Witt. And Schalkwijk is back there for Almere City to clear things up. Leone is running the game from that 10 spot. Seems to like it as an advanced playmaker as opposed to being a shadow striker. I don't think his finishing's good enough to play as a shadow striker, to be honest. Here's Beelan. Good ball into the box. Trino Griffith and strikes it just wide there. And we go in at half-time, 1-0 up from one shot on target, guys, which I think is fortunate to say the least. Things are going well. We're capable of far better. We weren't that bad, boys, but we can all improve. Let's get straight into this second half, guys. It's been an entertaining one. I would like us to register some more shots on target if we can. Here's Vermeeren in midfield looking to get us going. Leone finds Beelan. Giuliano Witt. Griffith. Clefish now in the half space. And he's dispossessed in the wide area there. Not really good enough from him. He's not having a great game. Around the 50-minute mark now. Still haven't managed to register another shot on target. But to be honest, if the score stays the same as it is now, I'll be more than happy just to come away with the 3 points. Okay, probably time to make a change or two now. 67th minute. Okay, who looks like they're not having a great game? So Landoit is having a shocker at left wing back. So we're gonna play Stacey there, and we are gonna ask him just to defend that space for us. He's not going to offer much in terms of crossing and being a threat in the final third. So we'll limit his role. Vermeeren and Witt are looking a little bit tired, but probably not the primary candidates to come off. Clefish isn't having a great game, so Bozeman will come in for him. There's no point risking his fitness if he's not playing well. And, let's leave it there. I think Griffith is probably the next candidate to come off, but we'll see how we get on. At the moment, we're not desperate for another goal. Now got to the 70th minute mark with still only that single shot on target. I know what we'll do. Let's get the boys to work the ball into the box so that if we are to create an opportunity, it will hopefully be a high percentage one. Still nothing. So we're going to bring on Canters, I think, for Griffith. See if we can close out this game and be a bit more of a threat going forward. Okay. Can we close this one out, guys? I'm hoping we can. Vermeeren's looking a little bit tired in midfield. He's just going to have to see the game out for us. Last 5 or so minutes before added time now. And it's a chance for us to build from the back with the throw-in, but we're dispossessed there, and that is not great. Not great at all. We're just inviting pressure. Leone with a sweeping ball out to the far side, but it's a wayward one. Luckily, we get the turnover through Rudewald, and Boris Bell looking to drive at his man here. Can he get a ball into the box? He pulls it back for Stacey. Whipped in. Leone with a header, and it's a shot on target, to be fair. But the Almere City keeper is equal to it. We're into added time now, and keeper looks to go long. Boris Bell makes it stick. That's very good play from him. Vermeeren. Canters finds himself in behind, but that's a very, very good tackle from the Almere City defender there. And we have our chance from the set piece now. Leone to whip the ball in from the corner. Not a great delivery and headed straight out on the far side. Got tired legs out there now. We're just kind of seeing this one through if we can. Ashabar, Leone. Good ball into the wide area, and that is the final whistle, guys, and we have managed to scrape ourselves through this game and take a 1-0 win. Happy to have the clean sheet, of course, which didn't look likely with the changes that we had to make coming into the game, but not the best performance, but a good win for us, and that's what I'll tell the boys. Can't be too displeased by that. And there we have it, guys. That win takes us a point ahead of Young PSV, and I think... Are we in playoff spots? I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. But we might well be in playoff spots somehow. I really don't think that we should be trying to push for promotion this season. If we did somehow get promoted this year, we would certainly struggle in the Eredivisie. But I don't think that's going to be a problem we're going to have to deal with. So a very, I would say a patchy performance. But a good result nonetheless, and a clean sheet as well, so pretty happy with that one, guys. So this is a nice little way to end today's video. So we are currently unbeaten in 6 games. Well, unbeaten in longer, but we've won 6 games on the bounce, guys, which is a club record. Unbelievable from us considering the start to the season we had. Let's just have a quick look at those fixtures again. We didn't start winning until this game here against Maastricht, about 6 or 7 games in, and the form was patchy, to say the least, up until this run that started with a cup game against Hoek. Obviously, we've visited these fixtures before, but I'm really happy with that. I think it's good that we managed to get that win against Almere City, because I cannot see us beating Young Ajax. I think we're going to get absolutely battered in that game. We've got a big cup game against PSV Eindhoven coming up in the cup as well. We're we're going to get absolutely demolished, no doubt about that. Last season, we obviously got dumped out of the cup by Feyenoord. I can see this one going the same way, to be honest. Yeah, no, not a bad way to end today's video on that kind of positive note. Really happy to get the win. Things are looking good for us. I'm not entirely happy with the squad. I think I'm going to continue to keep adding quality where I can. I do need to be a bit more picky with the signings. I'm kind of guilty of coming across a few players and thinking, oh yeah, they'll do a job, and bringing them in. But I think now is the time where I need to be a little bit more picky and just add players that sort of bring real quality to the team and improve the standard of player in certain positions. If you have enjoyed today's video, guys, and I hope you have, obviously the live comm wasn't the most entertaining game in the world, but we did manage to get the 3 points, which is huge. So if you did enjoy today's video, please do leave a like down below. It really does help get the videos out to more people, really. I really appreciate it. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me and make sure you've got notifications turned on so that you can follow the journey with RB Amsterdamsche and you don't miss any future episodes of the Red Bull Revolution series. I'm really starting to have a positive outlook on our future, to be fair, guys. We've gone from strength to strength since becoming a professional club, starting to make improvements in the sort of backroom staff and the facilities as well. Nothing to write home about right now, but as soon as we have any significant developments, I will certainly bring you guys up to speed with those. Finally, I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out to watch today's video. Till next time though, guys, take care of yourselves, check in on your friends. Cheers.